Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dominic here from Media Glitch. So it's December, right? Thank you, Joel. Hey. Thanks, guys. So it's December, which means it's the end of the year, and what a better way to end the year than talk about the best things that came out in 2015. So I'm going to be doing a two-part series. First part, top 5 comic strips happening in 2015 that I really enjoyed that I recommend you check out. And then next week is going to be top 5 comic books that you should definitely check out. Okay, so the criteria here for 2015 is that it cannot be kind of like archived comics. So no reprints of the Peanuts or Calvin and Hobbes. As much as I love those guys, it's all everything that's in current syndication right now in syndicates out there. So number 5 is Stephan Pastis's Pearls Before Swine. That's right, Stephan Pastis signed my copy of Pearls Before Swine. There's a picture of Rat that he drew. I got to meet Stephan Pastis, and I got to be initiated with Pearls Before Swine because initially when I first started reading Pearls, I really didn't care for it. I didn't like any of the characters, especially Rat, and the Gators were just silly. But the more I started to read it because I knew I was going to meet him, I really enjoyed it. See, there's Stephan Pastis there. He actually appears in his own strip. It's very self-effacing humor when it's him in there. And Rat, what I found out is that he's really kind of like our inner subconscious. Like all those trolly comments that you want to think out loud in life, that's kind of what Rat is like. But he's not always mean-spirited. And all the other characters like Pig and Goat and the zebras and all that stuff, they're really funny. It's a very clever strip. It's got reflexive humor, like I said. It's always talking about itself. It's very self-aware, and I really enjoy that. Coming in at number 4, I can count. Number 4 is Mark Tutulli's Leo. Yes, yet again, Mark Tutulli signed my copy of Leo. And, whoa, I'm going to show you that right there. He signed my copy of Leo. I met him. I know, it's not just everybody that I met, you guys, okay? So, okay, Leo is about a little creepy kid, and it's kind of like if Tim Burton wrote something that was good and it was a comic. That's exactly what Leo would be like. It's got this kind of weird little goth kid, and he's friends with like vampires and zombies. His best friend, like his pet, is a giant squid. And the entire comic strip is all pantomime. There's not a single line of dialogue in it, which is really, really clever. I mean, if there's like a book on there and it says like math book, yeah, there's text.
No words in that?
No words at all.
My kind of comic.
Joel would love it.
Right
Joel
there.
would love it. I think it's a very creative way, and I mean, man, what a feat to be able to do a long-running strip that has no words in it. To tell that type of storytelling power is really, really great. So number 3, coming in at number 3, is probably the first web comic that I ever read. It is Dinosaur Comics, written by Ryan North. I actually don't know if he illustrated any of it, but it is the same 6 panels every day over and over again. And so you have T-Rex, the Utah Raptor, and the other dinosaur whose name I cannot pronounce. They're just kind of, it's just like a prose comic, and it's so absurd. It's an absurdist humor. You got some other characters that'll show up every now and again, like God or the Devil, and like Little Morris. He's a tiny flea, you know. But they just talk about the most random, bizarre stuff, and a lot of it is really factual. They go into a lot of science stuff. It's out there. And Ryan North, he did it 5 days a week for like 10 plus years, and he got some cool writing gigs out of it, which I'm going to talk about next week, just a preview on that. But anyways, sometimes he'll do a guest week, and when he does the guest week, he'll invite other people that do web comics, and those web comics, that leads me to other web comics that I like. And that next one for number 2 is Wonder Mark, written by David Malecki, or Malecki. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, David. This is a strip that he basically has a ton of these vintage, like etched and carved illustrations that you see in old-timey books and periodicals, and he's kind of stitched them together to make a comic strip. And it's another absurdist humor comic. It's out there, and actually, if you get a chance, you should check out on Netflix a documentary called Stripped. It talks a lot about syndicated comics. Yes, don't Google it. It's not the Christina Aguilera album strip. It is definitely a documentary, and it talks about the history of syndicated comics, their future, web comics. It's really interesting. Check that out. Number one, coming in at number one for comics you should definitely check out is a local talent, local favorite, Dave Jordan. Go right now on your phone, on your computer, and check out davejordanart.com. He's a local guy, and he writes about a bunch of just different things, and they're really funny. His kind of like his ongoing strip is Sad Man, and there he is, Sad Man. It's about a really sad, depressed superhero, and it just nothing goes right for him, and it's sad, but it's funny, and the art is really great. I mean, I can see him going places. If you're here in Albuquerque, check out Where Do We Go Now? I think that's his latest collection. It's like more of an ongoing story, and you can get it at his website at davejordanart.com. So that wraps up all the top 5 comic strips of 2015, all 5 hot doggers. Check them out. If you like what you see and you're on YouTube, just like, subscribe, comment below. If there's some comic strips that I missed, please let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Thanks a lot, you guys. Check you out later.